Mrs. Peeplow is taking Mrs. Fisher on a shopping trip. Mr. Peeplow is the head of the Aberdeen Chamber of Commerce.
These are costumes. I know it, but she got the others.
Yeah.
And
Well, is this, does she feel
something
this
that
is
she can
sporty?
dress up or dress down either way.
Well,
Either
then
way.
let's show her the other suit. Sure.
Yes, I think so.
Suit. All right.
All right?
Okay.
All right.
I know what you mean. You're talking about something like this.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Right, but now it seems to me what she got yesterday would be more in this category than in this category.
Yeah. Haven't you any costume dress and jacket mainly, haven't you? That's what I thought, but...
Certainly, if she's going out dancing, then she might want a dressy dress, but nothing that we're looking at was going to fit into this.
What I'm talking about is something on
Right.
this order.
On that order or this order?
This. I think it's something she can dress up, she can dress down, either way.
Mrs. Fisher has not had a store-bought outfit since her marriage. Manly Feinstein has given her the pick of the store.
Don't get any ideas, but... Don't get any ideas. But this is how you should look, see.
Did you become accustomed to this type of thing?
No. This wouldn't be accurate. Never. But you see how well the dress will take fur?
Look at yourself. Here. Take it quick.
Okay.
Close to the other one.
John Zimmerman is photographing a representative selection of the gifts that the Fishers have been offering.
Back a little farther. No,
Automobiles, wading pool, high chairs, bathroom fixtures, washing machines, TV sets, toys, paint for their new house.
Ho, ho! All right, but you want another roll of milk, or is that enough?
A year's supply of milk, baby food, 80 pair of shoes,
How's that?
tableware, clothing, just about everything imaginable. Now, all these manifestations of generosity and public interest do pose certain problems. All parents of quintuplets are faced to a certain degree with invasion of privacy.
It's something that don't happen every day of the week or once a year every place in the world. It's bound to make a lot of difference in the city of Aberdeen because something like this never ever happened here. No. It's always been a quiet town. It's bound to liven it up tremendously, I think, as far as tourist trade and all this and that, people's individual interests and stuff like that are concerned. Anyone that's within 100 miles of Aberdeen will surely just drive in just to say that they've been in the town. Yeah, I suppose if there's a lot of tourists coming in to see them, you're going to have to let them in to see them.
I mean, they're never going to be on display to anybody as far as I'm concerned.
To anybody.
To anybody. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way it better be.
So what should you do? You build a normal house, then where are you going to take these children? When there are such things as occasions when press conferences occur, or when there's certain instances in which people come to see them. If there isn't any room, what should you do?
Well, I was talking primarily the tourism. There's going to be an awful lot of tourists coming in.
So what should they do? They pretend like they don't exist?
No, absolutely not. But we have to go one way or the other. They can't possibly lead a normal life. Well, it's a possibility.
Well, lead it as normal life as possible under the circumstances. And I think that's all you can shoot for.
That's right.
Well, now, can we make a comparison? Do the president's children lead a normal life? How can they avoid it?
They can't.
Why is everybody interested?
Because of the president's children.
Sure, so what can you do? You got to accept it. They got to adjust to that. That's about what they're going to have to do here, some way. And maybe a lot of it's going to be nothing more than trial and error. Somewhere they're going to find an answer to how they can adjust to it day by day by day.
But as in the president's case, it's regulated.
It'll
I
have to
think
be.
this can be regulated.
Well,
It'll
does it have to be regulated?
And the only way it can be regulated is to have something that will afford a place for people if they want to see them without busting in on them. Maybe a set, I'm sure, set times, regular tours.
They're going to be put in a museum? Are you going to put them on exhibition?
Well, I don't see that it would necessarily work that way, but they're going to continue to be a point of interest. And Aberdeen, I would think, is going to benefit commercially simply because more people are going to come into the area than would have come in here without them. Now, there's nothing harmful in that.
I'd agree with you.
And I say again, I think there's been so much overstress on this commercial thing, as if there were something awful about the fact that more money is going to flow into the community. I see nothing harmful in it. It's the way you look at it, I think.
I think all of us that are mothers feel that, after all, if we had just been in the hospital and just gotten out, we wouldn't want it to be anything very rugged. So we wanted it a lovely and pretty and dignified lunch, and something that would be just specially for you, something that would compliment you and be your own fun time, a happy time, and not an ordeal of any sort. And the girls thought that maybe you'd like colors that were fall colors, since they might be the most becoming to you. Do you have a favorite color or anything that we could use that you like to wear, for instance, or something of that type?
I don't care.
You don't care? Well, I imagine with your coloring, you could almost wear anything. The girls also thought that you would be, if you're riding in the parade, that you should have a big arm bouquet of flowers, either of roses that would match what you're wearing, or of mums. That serves a double purpose, you know. It not only looks photogenic and pretty, but it would give you something to hold, and we want you to be just as pretty as possible, so your 5 children will just look at you and think, oh, we're so proud of Mommy, she looks so darling. And
the buttons have been on sale for a couple, 3 days, and they aren't going well. Although I've had signs made, to get to the stores, Quints souvenir items sold here. What right now, all we want to do is sell buttons and coins. And I think with their help, and with you people's help wearing this stuff and talking up and telling them where they can get it, I think we'll start selling this merchandise. What do you think about running an ad in the paper? For us to run an ad, say in tomorrow night's paper, Quint souvenir items can be purchased at any local merchant. Do you think it'd get too commercialized to do that?
What do you think, people?
I think it's...
There's 2 or 3 spots in there.
I think if you run an ad, you should be sure and indicate that the proceeds are going to go to the Fischer Foundation or the Fischer family.
Well, but how are you going to say that? Legally, how are you going to say it? We don't have a Fischer Foundation.
Why don't we say
The
that?
mayor of Aberdeen.
The proceeds will be to the Fischer family. That's true.
Okay, let's go on to the program committee now.
I really think that the committee ought to do some type of a group indication to Burbis that he ought to be in the parade. I can understand he's got some reservations.
Well, let us pass a resolution to the effect that we urge him as a committee to...
Someone is going to have to persuade Dr. Burbis.
The responsibility of being in the parade, and...
I'm afraid we're going to ruffle his fur a little bit if we start passing resolutions in this committee as to what we think he should do. I know it would ruffle mine, and it'd create a greater negative than the one we've got. I think he can be sold, but I think he should be approached from kind of an unofficial standpoint. Please, Jim, we think you should do this because it means a great deal to the success of the parade.